Buongiorno e buonasera a tutti and welcome back to Crave Italy, where Italy meets America and tradition meets the future. Today we are joined by Maria Castellucci, co-owner of Castellucci Napa Valley, a beautiful family estate rooted in Italian heritage and known for its outstanding wines. Maria is also the writer behind Sofia in Rome, a children's book that encourages kids to explore the world mindfully through all five senses. Maria, welcome to Crave Italy.
Grazie, Samantha. Thank you for including me and having me today.
So, Maria, let's begin with your family story. Your Italian American heritage plays a big role in who you are. How has your background influenced both your making wine and your writing?
It's a wonderful question. I feel so proud to be an Italian American. I'm first generation here. My parents came over 55 years ago. They were born in Calabria, so they've been here now for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
But really, I was raised so Italian that everything about me and my family and the legacy that we, hope to carry on to my children and my siblings and their kids, it's a wonderful expression of heritage, and I think it really does influence everything that I do. So I'm very proud, and I just think building a legacy with purpose is what I have aspired to do, and I'm still doing it. So
It's beautiful. First of all, I've been in your beautiful winery when I was at a Varo
oh,
show.
great.
Uh,
Oh,
with
yes,
a
yes.
beautiful place, beautiful. I just love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very Italian, as you remember.
Oh, yeah, that's why I felt like I was. People actually, they were texting me say, "Are you in Italy? You didn't call us." Say, "I'm not in Italy, in
Yeah.
Napa Valley."
Yeah, it's our slice of Italy for sure here in the Napa
Right.
Valley. So we feel very, very fortunate. Yes.
So, your vineyards are surrounded by history, landscape, and the spirit of tradition. Do you feel the same type of inspiration in the vineyard that you feel when you sit down to write?
Yes, I do. They both parallel quite beautifully, and that was truly just destino. I think it was not
Meant to be, eh?
intentional in that regard. Yeah, so I think, in the winemaking, the inspiration is a little more expansive.
Mhm.
There's, the sensorial element with the earth, the terroir, kind of the rhythm of nature, I would say. And same with the writing, but the writing is a little more kind of introspective. It's a little more personal. But in my writing of my children's stories, there is a huge element of sensory. So sensorial connection to like a sense of place, but also to oneself. So they do actually parallel one another pretty well. So
You mentioned in Sofia in Rome. I guess one of your daughter named Sofia, correct?
yes,
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 the
yes.
setting almost becomes character. What does place mean to you in your books, in Napa, and in your own heritage?
I think sense of place is so critical. Also kind of a sense of oneself. I think place can be within, it can be external. Um, you know, I chose Rome because I lived in Rome. So my book series follows places that I've either lived in or had a very significant experience. That story is particularly special to me because I am Italian, and so I tried to incorporate a lot of culture and language in that, in the writing and in the story.
Hmm.
I think sense of place really grounds you.
Hmm.
And when you feel grounded and curious, I think you can extract a lot from whichever place, but place can mean so many different things. I mean, it could mean where you travel, where you're from, where home is, what does home mean to you internally, how do you feel? So I think sense of place in a story is huge, in your life is huge, in the vineyard is critical. I mean, location and the soil and So they really do marry one another very, very well. And I think sense of place, without that, you really don't have kind of the heart of what you're working on. So I do find it very important. Yes.
And I just love also the message, you bring out from your book is a really nice.
It's also connection. I think that's a
Mhm.
big word in wine, but also in storytelling. It's, feeling connected to yourself, also to the greater world and the greater landscape. So my children's book series really has a strong sense of place.
Yeah.
Um, but I would also say also connection. And to me, that's what wine does. It actually connects people. So it connects people to the land, connects them to one another. Wine is really just a vehicle to connect. And I find the same with storytelling.
One of your books, Sofia in Rome, introduced children to Italy. It's culture, beauty, as you mentioned, and everyday magic. What inspired this story, and what do you hope young reader take away from it?
I love this question because I think it really gives my whole series, its own defining moment. But I think creating meaning, um, I think life in modern day living, we're thrown so many different, um, vehicles and tasks and things coming and going. This is really a way to slow down, to live intentionally, to find the beauty kind of in every day. So you actually don't need to go anywhere. I mean, sense of place could be your backyard, and it's kind of seeing things through fresh eyes. And I really tried to kind of inspire young readers to open up to a different world and a different way of being. So, introducing themes of mindfulness and curiosity and kind of wonder,
Mhm.
whether you're traveling or not, really. It works even if you're not going anywhere. I think the reader takes on, their own sense of place or their own imagination through whichever part of Italy. But I really tried to create meaning, connection, and kind of this sensorial way of kind of expanding um, your brightness in everyday life and how you see the world. So
Maria, winemaking and writing both require passion, creativity, and attention to details. Do you see similarity between crafting a wine and crafting a story?
I do. I mean, I think winemaking is, or for us in particular, it's a way to tell us the story of our family, our heritage, and kind of our devotion to the craft. And I think in storytelling, it's a similar trajectory of, it's almost a way of, I know this sounds funny, but it's almost a way of letting go. It's like the wine ferments and you're kind of hands off for a little while and you
Yeah.
kind of see that unfold. And then the same parallels with storytelling. You have to kind of let the story kind of unfold. Inspiration will come to you, comes to me in like weird hours of the night. I'm like, oh, I have to write this down. This is so good. So I think there's a beautiful balance of kind of letting go, but then also honing in on the ritual of both things. And they both tell stories. I mean, honestly, I think that's what wine is. It tells the story from grape to bottle. And then it goes much beyond that.
Mhm.
The composition of where you are, the sense of place again, or your family, and how do you wine make? Do you kind of like let the terroir do its thing because you have the location and you have the prized place? Are you a little more scientific with it? So there is both structure and the art, and so I think they both go very well. They both go hand in hand. Yeah.
That exactly was my question. Every wine has a story behind it. If you have described the story or personally of Castellucci Napa Valley wines, how will you describe them?
You know, our wines is kind of a newer concept, but it came from generations back. We actually pair our wines with music now. And so what we do is each wine has an Italian musical term. And each of our wines is the story is told through music. I play music, my father plays music, my children play music. Music is a big part of our family heritage, has always been. And I think it's a beautiful way to find new expressions within the wine instead of pairing just with food. Um, so kind of that ritual, it's like a ritual of Italian kind of food, language, music. So it's blending these two art forms, and sensorially, it's incredible what you will extract from the wine, just as you would with one of my stories, for example, one of my books. So I would say that our wines tell a story of like family, craft, heritage, and this musical component that was a very intentional way of putting our wines out in the world. So
Yeah.
it's been wonderful.
So, how do you keep Italian tradition alive while creating your own modern path in Napa Valley?
You know, I think we do it through our family traditions, kind of the ritual of how we gather as a family, old recipes that my mother will, make from her hometown from 50 years, 60, 70 years ago.
Wow.
Um, uh, I think exposing kind of the next generation, my children, to um, what I have been blessed with through my parents. I think it really involves connection to the last generation and the future generation and how to continue that. It's intentional, but I think it's really through food,
Mhm.
it's through wine and really family.
Beside, your job, your work, wine writer, you are like, you're doing so many things. What is your truly passion that make you, keep going every day?
My children's book stories really stemmed from having children of my own. So my four children kind of keep my legacy building ideas alive and well. Um, I just think if you're able to touch a young person's life, you've done good in the world. So I think working with purpose and in charity, we do a lot of charitable events at our winery, and I think philanthropy is a big part of our family culture. So giving back, I think we're so blessed to live where we live and be able to have these kind of rich resources where we are, and being able to connect through intentional giving has really inspired me to keep doing, good work. So
Right.
yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, where people can find you, where people can purchase your book or can find you online.
Yeah, so my writer's website is mariacastelluccimooreauthor.com. I'm also on social media channels as Maria Moore Author. Castellucci Napa Valley is our website and also our social media handles. We're not big in distribution, so I would just say email me directly and I would love to invite you to the property. Or you can order through me directly, but we're pretty small, so you won't find me in stores and my books you'll find me on Amazon. So I am on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and your local bookstores. So
Thank you. And I tasted one of the wine, Lucia, right? The wine Lucia. It's
yes,
so
yes.
good. I love the wine.
Oh, I'm so happy. That's wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you so
Th-
much, Maria.
Thank
It was
you.
a pleasure, and I can't wait to have you soon.
Thank you. Pleasure is mine. Thank you so much.
This season of Crave Italy is brought to you in partnership with the Consulate General of Italy and the Italian Culture Institute of San Francisco. With their support, we celebrate tradition, promote the Italian language, and highlight innovation that connects Italy and America. To learn more and explore upcoming events, visit their official websites. And now it's time for L'Angolo della Lingua Italiana with Arianna. A te la parola.
Ciao a tutti e bentornati al 12° episodio di Crave Italy all'angolo della lingua italiana. Per questa settimana, for this week, we will be discussing Maria Castellucci, a first-generation American who is also a multi-award-winning author. She has earned quite a few literary awards, including the Pinnacle Book Achievement Award and the Royal Dragonfly Book Award. She has currently written due libri per bambini, 2 children's books, titled Vivienne in Paris and Sofia in Rome. But she is also currently working through another libro per bambini, another children's book, titled You Yoga, Finding Your Inner Shine, which will be released marzo del 2026, March 2026. Maria has expressed her love for all things European, having traveled to a lot of different countries, including La Francia e l'Italia, France and Italy, where her 2 children's books are set. Through the eyes of the 2 little protagonists, Vivienne and Sofia, readers are able to immerse themselves into the different attrazioni, sights, odori, smells, sapori, tastes, e suoni, sounds, of Paris and Rome. As we travel through the cities, we experience, alongside the protagonists, just how wonderful the surrounding world is and how it is able to move us. The ultimate lesson of the books is that even the smallest things are able to bring us the greatest joys. Gioia, joy. I really hope you are able to check out Maria's books, as they are truly wonderful. They are filled with both a lovely story and beautiful illustrations. You definitely don't need to be a child in order to enjoy them. That's all I have for you today. I hope to see you all again next week. Thank you so much for sticking by me for another week. Arrivederci!
This segment is brought to you by Mona Lisa Marimonti, a stunning Italian restaurant in San Francisco, California, where tradition meets elegance. Let's take a look.
Welcome in Mona Lisa Marimonti, la vera cucina italiana, autentica, mediterranea. Abbiamo una cucina stupenda con homemade pasta, original from South Italy, the steakhouse and real seafood fresh. Abbiamo il pesce fresco, qua si mangia all'italiana. Mona Lisa Marimonti 414 Colombo. Vi aspettiamo, buon appetito. Venitemi a trovarmi, grazie.
This segment is brought to you by Alice Baker. To learn more about their store and the latest style, make sure you check their website, alicebakerinc.com. At Crave Italy, we are an independent podcast dedicated to sharing stories, culture, tradition, innovation, and the beauty of our language. To continue growing and supporting our community, we rely on listeners like you. Even a small contribution helps us welcome inspiring guests, celebrate our heritage, and create a conversation that brings people together. You can support Crave Italy at crave-podcast.com. The link or QR code is on the screen. Thank you for helping us keeping this movement alive. Grazie di cuore. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us and thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media and watch and listen to Crave Italy on your favorite podcast platform. Ci vediamo settimana prossima, un abbraccio a tutti, ciao!